night comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the races thrive. Tires burn, a crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights is a fierce fight. Chats alive like a racing heart. Here's a place where legends start. Oh, MaxspeedTV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Thank you, Chevyland.com. Now hurry, get you one, son. Tell MaxspeedTV sent you. Engines roar, the night comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the races thrive. Tires burn, a crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights is a fierce fight. Chats alive like a racing heart. Here's a place where legends start. Oh, MaxspeedTV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Thank you, Chevyland.com. Now hurry, get you one, son.
Shopping for a new Chevy? Chevyland stands apart from the competition. Explore over 12 acres and more than 260 vehicles with truckloads of savings, like $10,000 off select new 2026 Silverado 1500s, 1.9% financing on Blazer and Silverado, plus the Chevyland Advantage, 12 months complimentary maintenance. That's peace of mind, only at Chevyland. And that's why we're #1 in North Louisiana. Come see the difference for yourself at Chevyland, your Silverado headquarters.
Welcome back, MaxspeedTV and OP Superspeedway fans. Tonight, round number 1 of 4 of the top 16 of the OP TNT 87 series. The chase of season 1 tonight in the OP Racing 175 here at the Daytona 08. Sponsored by Mr. Alex Greene himself. So a big shout out to Alex Greene out there. Presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. And about 16 drivers out here tonight. Should be a good race. Been hearing a lot of talk from the drivers out there here tonight. Tires, definitely going to be a problem. And we're going to go ahead and dive down into it here with the pre-race analytics. Now, dealing with some wind out there at about 14 miles an hour, an air temp of 71. Track temp is down 1 degree from where it was at. Still 99 degrees, so it is relatively warm out there. Now, 70 laps out here tonight, of course. 175 miles. Now, they get a total of 3 sets behind the wall, 4 in total with the one they start with. Going to the tires, though, that is definitely, I think, going to be a big, big problem out here tonight. Not only that, but coming off of a pit road could be detrimental. And, well, I'll say it, getting on pit road, too. Not as bad as, of course, IRSS, but nevertheless, definitely could become a relatively issue. Of course, we'll see how things play out here tonight. With a 41% fuel load, we're going to run about 15 to 18 laps. That window will open at about lap 15. Might see some drivers come down about lap 15, 16. Probably most of them will go as far as they can until they do have to come down pit road. So 15 to 18 laps is our fuel. Now, pit road speed is 60 miles an hour with a pace speed out here tonight of 70. Now, our top 16 is locked in, and we have those pulled up here on screen for y'all on the right side where the black is. That is our top 16 drivers in the chase out here tonight. Wetzel, Butler, English, Kilday, Swank, Workman, Smith, Corbett, Wing, Sanchez, Ward, Walters, Laurie, Rothery, Elmore, and Johnson. We're actually on the 64 right now, sitting on the apron there, but that is Larry Johnson. But those are the 16 drivers that are going to fight it out here tonight for that season 1 championship. Now, there is no other way to put this because it's 4 straight races. So you got to maximize all the points you can when you can get them, because there ain't no elimination factor. It is a straight up points system for the 16 drivers. This is definitely going to come down to all 4 races, I do believe. And from what I'm seeing here, we might have all 16 chase drivers here. Let me do some counting here. Okay, we've got 14, it looks like. 14 of the 16. So, we're missing 2 chase drivers. I don't know exactly who they are, but I know we are missing at least 2 of them. We'll see here if they come in before we get, of course, into qualifying. Right now, our quickest in practice is the man right there, the 09. Now, I know he's got 9 on his car, but he is the 09 in the Buick of Bobby Wetzel. Harold Rothery right there in the 18 running in P2, and Anthony English right now in P3. Now, we know how practice is, we know how qualifying can be, and we know how the race can go. So it's all going to come really down to race time. Qualifying position really don't matter. You could start in the back or in the front or in the middle, and Well, it's a crapshoot. There ain't no telling where you're going to end up at the end of the 70 lap feature race here tonight. But we are going to go ahead and step aside and play the national anthem here tonight, folks. And when we come back, qualifying should be getting close to being underway. If not, it'll get underway quickly after that. But we will be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to remain the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Well, all right. Well, qualifying hasn't yet gotten underway. We are just kind of waiting on that. But I do want to let everybody know that all 16 chase drivers are in the race. The other two did finally get in. So it is going to be 16 chase drivers battling it out here. It does look like we do have 2 drivers that are going to be trying to pull the upset here this evening, try to take some points away from the other ones. Of course, you know, the higher up you finish, the more points you get. So if Andrew Schroeder or Bubba Winningham, you know, capitalize on a top 3 or a top 5 finish, you know, that's going to take away some of those points that these other chase drivers, you know, possibly will need, you know. So Bubba and Andrew definitely going to be 2 guys to watch out here tonight. It looks like my brother's out there. Brendan Kennedy out there. How you doing out there, buddy? Glad to see you. Looks like we've got about 7 of you out there tuning in right now in YouTube land. Looks like Adam Kilday is on the pay. Here we go. Checkered flag. Practice is coming to an end here. And we are going to get into qualifying. We'll be able to catch all of it. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to Alex Greene, who is not here tonight, but I know he is out there somewhere. So big shout out to Alex for sponsoring tonight's race. And we're going to watch qualifying and see who can actually put themselves on the pole here tonight. Grab that driver bar as well. I don't know what the deal is. ATVO on Thursday night seems to be working, but on Saturdays it does not. So I don't know. I am going to test something this Saturday for everybody and see if maybe that other ATVO got corrupted by chance. But we'll test it out. Let's see what happens. But 1 lap qualifying. Bub. Wow. All right, those drivers with the C by their names, of course, are your chase drivers. If y'all haven't figured that out already yet. Still waiting on the first times to come in. Anthony English, Matthias Swank, Brian Elmore, Larry Johnson, Bubba, Harold, Zachary. They're all on their first lap. We are just waiting now. To see who starts off up front. Anthony English going to cross the stripe. First time, 44.410. Larry Johnson going to go into second. Well, now we've got some times really rolling in now. Matthias Swank third. Brian Elmore just went to fourth. Adam Kilday going to cross the stripe here momentarily. Zachary hit the stripe going up to sixth. Adam goes up to fourth. Nicholas Wing, Brent Elmore. Brent Elmore going to go up to eighth. Nicholas in ninth. Bobby Wetzel. Bobby! Wow! Bobby up to first, up to pole position with a 44.368. Wow, what a lap. Dwayne Corbett on his first lap, as well as Mr. Ron Walters. Talon Smith, we know Talon really well. He is out on the track. Yeah, I think he does. I think Wetzel, Bobby has put some type of jet fuel or something in that car, because he flew around there. Ron Walter is going to go up to 12th with his lap. Under a minute to go here. I believe Talon Smith will be the last one to qualify. Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, Andrew Schroeder hasn't even attempted a lap. Talon's going to hit the stripe with a 44.310, and that is going to send him to the top spot. 58 1/1000ths of a second ahead of Bobby Wetzel. Only two drivers got into the 44.3s. And qualifying is going to be done. Talon is not in Discord, so we cannot talk to him. We're going to go ahead and get him on our grid up here tonight for the first time. Talon Smith grabbing the pole out here tonight, starting off strong. Bobby Wetzel going to start on the outside of him in second. Anthony English third. Larry Johnson in fourth. Matthias Swank fifth. Adam Kilday sixth. Dwayne Corbett seventh. Rick Sanchez in eighth. Brian Elmore ninth. And Bubba Winningham will start in 10th here tonight. Zachary Workman in 11th. Brett Elmore 12th. Ron Walters 13th. Nicholas Wing 14th. Harold Rothery 15th. Gabe Butler will start 16th. Eric Laurie 17th. Andrew Schroeder in 18th. Our last three did not qualify, so they're just going to go ahead, start in the back, see how things develop. Mr. Eric Talon, he is in chat, but he is not in Discord. All right. Well, congratulations on the pole there, buddy. Belva! There's Belva out there. We're kind of just waiting now for them to start rolling off here. Eric Laurie, Andrew Schroeder still has not gridded yet. If they do not grid, then it looks like we will start with just 16 here tonight, unless they start from pit road. And that's what they might do. And here we go, rolling off. Hey, Everett. Okay, Eric. I hate that your computer's down, buddy. Man. Like one of my lifelines, you know. Well, all right. First pace lap, one pace lap here tonight, and we will get things going. 70 laps out here tonight. the OP TNT 87 series, round one of 4 with the top 16. OP Racing 175 here at the 08 of Daytona. Sponsored by Alex Greene out here tonight. So again, a big shout out to Alex, buddy. Well, all right, well, that pace car will dive off to the safety of a pit road for the first time here tonight. Alan Smith will be getting us going here, folks, into the start zone. Here we go. Greene is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Here we go, folks. We are top 16 racing here tonight. Looks like Schroeder did not start. Already seeing some movement going on. Bobby on the outside. Anthony English right behind Talon. Bobby going to use that far outside lane if he can. He has got Larry Johnson behind him. Ron Walters, Brett Elmore. Looks like Bubba kind of falling back a little bit. On the outside, really no help behind him already. Here we go. 1 lap down. 69 more laps to go. Still a long race. Oh, looks like Bobby gonna pull back. He's already got the bonus point. So he is gonna pull back, probably slide, it looks like, in front of the 44. Larry Johnson goes to point. He's got some help, but I don't know if Talon's gonna help him any. As they go slocking it side by side together. And oh, Larry, right into that right rear bumper of Talon. Did not get him loose. It did slow him down a little bit, but did not get him loose. They go single file. Rick Sanchez up to third. And Dwayne Corbett, Harold Rothery. We've still got some battling going on back here. Bubba Winningham now making another run up toward the front with Harold Rothery on the outside. Here comes Ron Walters as well in the number 10. Matthias Swank on the bottom here with the 9 of Dwayne Corbett. Larry Johnson is going to be looking to lead this lap, and he will do just that. Starting to pull away a little bit from Rick Sanchez and Adam Kilday, but they are still in the draft, so they can definitely catch up if they can get up there to him, which one car to, I don't know how many right there, 15 other cars, they're going to definitely be able to catch up to him. Brian Elmore, Dwayne Corbett. Looks like Dwayne pushing the outside line here. He is making a fiery run to the inside, getting around Talon side by side with Bubba now. So even Dwayne is coming up through here. Rick Sanchez on point now. He's going to lead a lap. I wonder if they're going to just let everybody, all the chase drivers, lead a lap here tonight. Well, that works, Eric. That works. Now Harold Rothery coming up onto the inside here with the help of the 10 of Ron Walters. Now Talon fell way back to 9th. Still inside of the top 10 here, but Harold's going to be looking to lead this lap. And then I wonder if he'll let Ron get around him as Harold Hey, bub.
Hey,
Scared
everyone.
Scared me.
Sorry. Sorry about that. I had like 90 petabytes of iRacing updates right in here.
No, yeah, I only update what I need for the night, and that's it. So, Harold Rothery, Ron Walter. So Harold did get the lap. He went to the outside. It's going to let Ron go to the inside. Yeah, no surprise. Going to pull it behind him. Here comes the 9 of Dwayne Corbett coming from 7th. Pretty much single file throughout the racetrack for now. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, what happened to the bubblegum car? He started out in the pole.
Yeah, well, Talon's a different kind of animal out here. He's got an I rating of 8,000. And so he probably knows a little bit about these cars, I would assume. I mean, if you go back to the past of, the past winners, he's a different type of animal out here. So he probably just dropped back, saved tires, save some runs. Who knows?
Yeah, I noticed on the playoffs we have 16 drivers, but only 15 have the C next to their name. So
no, Bubba Winningham is not in the chase.
Okay, so that's the only one.
Andrew Schroeder was in here too. He was one of the non-chase drivers, but I guess he didn't start.
Yeah, I don't see his name, so. No, we got a battle up front.
And I do not see Eric Laurie either. Eric Laurie was a chase driver, and he didn't start. He was in here with Schroeder,
wow.
But we've only got 15 of the 16 in here right now.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well. So. Yeah, I figured I'd hop in tonight and help you because I told you I would if I wasn't asleep, even though I slept like 16 hours last night, but I'm still a little tired.
Yeah.
I may not last the entire race. I did have to take a hydrocodone earlier today, and we won't talk about it. I got snake bit again, you guys.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, I'm sure Eric and Belva and all of them want to hear about your magnetism to snakes.
Yep, I got snake bit again the other night, you guys. I was just checking the mail, and it tagged me 5 times. I got 10 puncture wounds in my lower right leg. So, but I did not have to have any anti-venom, and I only spent about 2.5 to 3 hours in the hospital. So.
Yep. So yeah. Oh, lap number 9 coming to lap number 10. We're going to be within that window of fuel here in about 5 laps already.
Oh, wow. Already,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fuel at about 15. Window's going to open about lap 15. Somewhere between 15 and 18 laps. I don't think they can go 20 laps.
Yeah, you say that. Now watch somebody do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might be a few that try it. Now go ahead and hit that like button out there, folks. We've got about 15 of you out there tuning in, but we only got about 3 likes. So, yeah, I don't think NASCAR 25 has the 87s. I think iRacing is the only one right now that does.
Oh, Ron Waters is dropping back.
Yeah, he's led 4 laps. He's just going to go ahead and just drop back. Yeah, they already got the bonus point for leading the lap, so... that's kind of what I think what Talon did, what Bobby did. I think that's what these guys did, just let a lap drop back because they know that they can't win it on the first lap. They're going to have to pit for fuel, and they're going to have to be careful on their tires, though, because they only have 3 sets behind the wall. So if they go out hard, charge it, and burn them up quickly, they're going to be in a worldwide of hurt come, the last stint in the race out here tonight. So they're going to really have to be on their P's and Q's. Rick, stay off that apron there, Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Shall Not, what I call him, Shall Not. Yep.
This is bumpy bobblehead Daytona, too. So.
Yep, I think Dwayne Corbett got that lap. Oh, he did not. Yeah, he did. There goes. It updated. Finally. So Dwayne Corbett got that lap led, so now he's got another point going to him. So it looks like the top 4 right now has got their lap led. Adam Kilday looking to lead one. Larry Johnson has already led a lap. Zachary Workman, Mr. Workman himself up to the front. That's what I always say. He gets a kick out of it every time I say it. Ooh, a little bit of checking up going on back here with Talon, Bobby, and Anthony. Bobby almost got into the back of Talon, and then Anthony almost got into the back of Bobby. So everybody's...
That track temp's up to 105 now.
Ooh, yeah, it's going to start burning up some
Yep, it is.
tires a little more then. So, yeah, they're definitely going to have to be a little bit more careful.
I haven't done a race with you in a while, so I figured I'd hop in. I may not stay on up, but of course, if the race keeps going on like it is, then I won't have to be here for another 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be, if they keep going green, it'll be a pretty quick one. 70 laps is I think they really like the 70 lappers.
I know why.
They go by. They can get a little rough going back here to Nicholas Wing and Brian Elmore. They got a battle back here for 12th. Yeah, we gotta watch all these little battles that go on because the 16 drivers. Well, tonight 15 drivers. The 15 drivers that are trying to maximize all the points they can. These little battles matter now. Now I'm not saying they didn't matter back in regular season because they did, but now they really matter.
This is did you say this was the first race in the playoffs?
This is the first race of the chase. Yeah, they do 4 races, and it's whoever's at the top is your champion. They don't have any cutouts or nothing. It's just straight up go get your points, and at the end of the last race, who's ever at the top is your champion.
I like that.
Yeah, it's something that they wanted to do on Thursdays, so that's what they do. Another tidbit note that I was informed of here tonight by Mr. Anthony English here. I don't think he'd mind if I share it. But in the regular season, they had 4 sets of tires behind the wall. They had four behind the wall, and then the set they started with. So that included 5. Yeah. Well, in the chase, they only have 4 total sets, 3 behind the wall. So there's 1 less set of tires in the chase. It makes you think.
Makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. So a little bit of a tidbit that I learned tonight. And those little tidbits come in, they come into play. So you really got to be on your toes here. We're at lap 16 here, folks. So we're going to start seeing some drivers potentially start coming down pit road. Maybe we'll get back up here to the number 9 of Dwayne Corbett and see what he does. I don't think he'll come down, but we'll see. Oh, he's going to make a liar out of me. Yeah, here he comes. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So Dwayne Corbett made a liar out of me. He's down pit road. Rick Sanchez, Harold Rothery, and Ron Walters are all down pit road. Everybody else, though, decided to stay out. We'll see here if Talon, Adam, Larry, Zachary, the rest of the field, if they come down this time. They're on lap 17. I don't know exactly how far they can go. I don't know what you're drinking, but I can hear it.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking anything.
Oh.
No, I'm writing down Iowa just beat Nebraska. So.
Oh, okay. Adam Kilday, Larry Johnson, Nicholas Wing, Matthias Swank, Brian, and Brett Elmore, and Bubba Winningham all down pit road. So the brothers down pit road.
I mean, I've got my tea here, but that's about all I'm drinking.
Oh, what is going on?
Oh.
Yeah, Ron. Looks like he's okay, but boy, he was loose.
Loose as a goose.
Mm-hmm.
We got some more coming down pit road too.
That's the leaders. That's the last group. Talon, Zachary, Bobby, Anthony, Gabe, all down pit road. Adam Kilday is going to be coming back out on the track here momentarily. Up to speed, though, Dwayne Corbett, Harold Rothery. They're all up to speed. Ron Walters, man, that hurt. He's going to have to fall back in line somewhere and get some help getting back up there. As we see these guys starting to peel off. Talon, Bobby, Zachary, Anthony, and Gabe. As Dwayne comes around the tri-oval here. Yeah, Dwayne, make a liar out of you, Corbett. You got that right, Eric.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was going to really know if he. I didn't think he would, but maybe they know a little something I don't, which they probably know more than I do. I'm just up here in the booth. They're the ones down there driving, so.
Yeah, we don't know much of nothing up here.
No, we only know what we can see, and that's not very much. Yeah, I wish we could see the fuel in their cars, but we can't even see it. So, as Dwayne all up to speed, he's going to fly around, of course, Zachary and Talon. Now, looks like Zachary's going to pull it behind Talon. Here comes Rick Sanchez up to the back of the 19. These three are going to get hooked up together, and they're probably going to run down Dwayne. Well, no, Zachary dropped it to the inside. Talon has no friends out here tonight.
No teammates, huh?
Mm-mm.
Him all by himself.
Yeah, his teammate that's usually here is not here tonight. Our Australian buddy. I can't even think of his name.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about either.
He's from Australia. Eric knows who it is, I'm sure.
Uh-oh, my iRacing just crashed.
Uh-oh, you might not be able to do it.
Yeah, my iRacing just crashed.
Looks like Zachary. Looks like Rick Sanchez. Zach's on the outside. Looks like Talon's going to split the gap. 3 wide. Wow. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob's usually here. He's not here tonight. I don't know. I don't know his last name. I forgot his last name. So Dwayne Corbett, Talon's flying up on Dwayne here.
All right, Bub. Folks, that's it for me. I can't get back in.
Uh-oh.
So, I'm sorry. I'm going to head out, Bub.
All right, Bub.
So, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll be in chat.
Oh, wow. iRacing crashed on him. And sounds like it might be a computer problem. All right, so Talon back up front. Dwayne, Rick, Bobby, Zachary, Harold, Adam, Anthony, Nicholas, and Larry is our top 10. Yeah, Bob to Jersey. That's it. Yeah, Bob to Jersey. And Dwayne Corbett going to fight back to the inside. He's going to take point. Not a whole lot going on at the present time, but we've got a pack of cars back here. Led by Harold Rothery, coming up on Zachary Workman. You got Adam Kilday behind Harold, Anthony, Nicholas, Larry, Gabe Butler, and Matthias Swank. So they are coming. All right, we'll keep an eye on it here, folks. Rick Sanchez, Bobby Wetzel, Zachary Workman, they're all coming around. Talon, Wayne Corbett leading the way here. Man, he's got about a 1.5 second gap and climbing over Rick Sanchez. But still a long way to go here tonight. In the little movement, a little bit dicey back here. Harold Rothery, Larry Johnson. Alrighty, folks. Well, not a whole lot right now going on. We're just kind of moseying on through the field here. Looks like Brian Elmore, Brett Elmore back here by themselves. They're together, but they're by themselves. 13th and 14th, respectively. Bubba and Ron back here working together. They are on the lead lap. Getting a little jumbled back here with Talon, Anthony, Larry, Zachary, Nicholas Wing. Flying up through here. Let's go on a gyro here on Nicholas. Well, if I had the crank it up cam, I would, but I don't have a crank it up, so that's why we're kind of going cockpit. All right, now riding along here with the number 21. Going back here to the 09 of Bobby Wetzel. He is right behind the 19 of Zachary Workman, who is behind Talon. Looks like we've got some saving going on here, too. Maybe to try to stretch it a little bit further. You know, I don't know exactly how they're saving. What I do know is Dwayne Corbett, though, is almost 3 seconds ahead. Well, now 3 seconds ahead of Rick Sanchez, and Harold Rothery is right behind him. Lap number 30, they have been out here anywhere between 11 and 13 laps. So we're going to see that window open up here in just a short bit of time. Couple of laps for some drivers to come down pit road. Now, it's not saying they will, but that is that window. Yeah, it is, Eric. We'll blame it on you, buddy. You'll take the blame. Well, that might be the case, Eric. But, you know, Talon doesn't have any help. Some 3 wide action going back here. Gabe Butler, Larry Johnson, then got back to side-by-side racing. This is where the battles are at back here. But, you know, we're going to be coming up on our halfway mark here at lap 36. Dwayne Corbett down pit road. He come down a little bit early, I think. But then again, he was out there by himself, so it was burning up a lot of fuel. Ron Walters is also down pit road. I have just seen that. And here comes Rick Sanchez, Harold Rothery. Looks like Larry, Gabe, Talon, Anthony, Nicholas, Zachary. Looks like these guys all staying out. Rick, Harold, here comes Matthias, Brett, and Brian Elmore. Bubba Winningham coming down pit road. We've got some drivers coming down. It got spread out, got to where they're burning off some fuel a little more, it looked like, or maybe going to time it out a little bit differently. I do expect Gabe, Larry, and Talon and the rest of this group to come down here pretty quickly. They've only been out here, though, 14 laps. It looks like Gabe's staying out. Well, no, they all stayed out. Well, here comes Rick coming back out. And Dwayne Corbett is already out there, full speed ahead. Harold Rothery, Matthias. So now we're just waiting for this other group, folks, to come down. Well, Gabe's still not coming down, going out as far as he can. So Harold Rothery, Matthias, Brett, Brian, Bubba, and Ron. Right now they're all a lap down, but once it all cycles back through, all of them or most of them should be back on the lead lap. Gabe still leading the way, though, as Talon. Oh, Talon up against the outside wall. Ouch. All right, more drivers on pit road and coming off. Gabe Butler made his stop. He's coming back out. Larry Johnson, he is in his box. He's rolling off here. Nicholas Wings rolling back out. Zachary Workman, Talon, Anthony, Bobby. Oh, Adam Kilday. Oh, it looks like he's okay. I don't think he got a black flag. It does not look like it. Looks like he might have came in a little bit too hot. Yeah, locked him up, slid it. He's all right, though. No yellow. But I wonder if he is out of fuel, because he is coasting to his box here. And Dwayne Corbett is going to foul back up through the field and be on point. Now, he pitted 5 laps earlier than what, Talon and Bobby Wetzel, Zachary Workman, and Anthony English and these guys did. So he is on a different strategy. It just trying to mow the grass every. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, Anthony probably didn't pay the grass bill tonight, so somebody had to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he ran out of fuel, but he might have. He is back out there, though. Way behind the field, though. He is about 35 seconds behind. Well, there's Adam. There's Dwayne. So Dwayne Corbett is going to be crossing the line here. And then it looks like Adam Kilday is going to be coming out of 2. Yeah. Watching Zachary Workman, Harold Rothery. Here comes English, Matthias, Brett, and Brian. They're going to try to work themselves back up toward the top 5 at least, where Talon, Bobby, Gabe, Rick, and Dwayne are. And Anthony English, Harold Rothery doing some battling right here for that 7th spot. Anthony is going to be able to take it away, but Harold is going to be right there on his tail. Yeah, we're only halfway, so about 31 laps left to go here tonight. Still looking at a track temp of 105, so track temp still scorching out there here this evening. As Rick Sanchez has caught the 9. Now these two has got about a lap difference. Dwayne pitted, Rick right there. It's about a lap difference on the stint, so it's not too bad. I do expect if we see Dwayne come down, we might see Rick. If Rick stays up close, Rick would probably come down as well. Can't really call him shall not be named because, well, he went back to his regular name. Sorry, Belva. He did that as a joke. I thought it was hilarious. Gabe Butler is about 5 seconds in closing on Rick Sanchez. Talon is about a second behind Gabe Butler. Now, Zachary Workman does have Bobby Wetzel, Anthony English kind of behind him, but everybody back here pretty well spread out. Well, you get back here to the 11 and the 18, they're door to door. You do have the 11 and the 14, though, working together, and that is the Elmore brothers, Brian and Brent. I call him Brett, and I don't know why, but it's Brent. He hasn't complained, so... if they have a brother, I wonder if they named him Bob. The 3 B's, Brent, Brian, and Bob. I got back here, seen Talent speed drop. Something happened real quick on a MaxspeedTV rewind. What happened? Oh, he went up to the top side and went up too far. Caught the wall. No yellow. But it did lose some traction there and fell behind Matthias Swain. Back up alive here. Don't want to stay on it too long. That's kind of where we're sitting at right now. Now we've got a big load of cars and somebody's falling apart. No, who is that? Oh, that is Harold Rothery, and there's no yellow yet, but lo, there's the yellow. Looks like Nicholas Wing also going to have a problem, but I want to find out what happened to Harold here, and that right there is exactly what happened. He was battling the 14 here, and I don't know if it started before that. It doesn't look like it, but right here is where we're going to see some extracurricular activities between the 18 and the 14. I don't think it was any harm done. I mean, I don't think it was intentional, but no, it definitely wasn't. But you can definitely see both of them vying for the same real estate here. And 18 might have come down a little bit, might have been a little bit of net code. They definitely touched, though, for sure. And, well, that just kind of upset the 18 of Harold Rothery. Now, he goes hard into the wall. Now, I don't know if that is where the yellow. I did see something have to do with Wing here. So give me just a second. And we'll let this kind of play out a minute. But the yellow came out. And right there it was. Right there it was. Between the 21 and the 64 of Larry Johnson. So, a couple of things happening there. Really, I think the caution actually came out with the 21 and the 64, but a couple of extracurricular things going on here. And I want to see what happened here, too. This definitely looked like some net code issues, and if you slow it down, man, that was close. You can just see how close that was. Possibly netcode taking the air off of each other. There is a combination of everything that happened here. You take a look at it. There is a little gap, but they might have touched regardless. And 64 tries and tries and tries. And, well, the yellow comes out. 21 goes sideways. So a couple of things going on out there on the track. But everybody looks like A-okay for the most part. I do believe, though, Harold, it looks like Harold was coming back down pit road here, and I think he might have made a little bit of a boo-boo here coming down. Yeah, he did. Did he keep it off the wall? He got a little bit of damage, but it doesn't look too bad. So he come back down pit road. He did use his fast repair. We've had a couple of them. He used his, and Dwayne Corbett has already used his. Well, that really looks like about it. Anthony English out front, man. Yeah, that'll definitely bunch up everybody again. So Anthony English, Zachary Workman, Talent Smith, Bobby Wetzel, Larry Johnson, Bubba Winningham, Rick Sanchez, Dwayne Corbett, Adam Kilday, Gabe Butler, top 10. We'll let everything cycle back through here before we actually get our bunch up at lap 40. Probably go green at lap 48, I would assume. And sometimes I assume too much, and well, you know how that goes. It looks like, yep, Anthony English coming back down. Talon, Bubba, Rick. So we got some drivers coming back down pit road. So let me bring out my old trusty pen and paper here. maybe, if I can find it. Old trusty pen and paper. Kind of gonna try to do some maths here before we got going, but that'll put them at about lap 65 on fuel at 18 lap stints. I still don't think they can make it. Now we go, 5 or so laps, then they pit, then I think we'll be all right. But as of right now, I do not think they can go the distance. But again, thank you everybody for tuning in out here tonight. Currently 12 watching, 5 likes. The OPT and T87 series, round number 1 of 4 of the top 16 chase of season 1. The OP Racing 175 here at the 08 of Daytona to start things off. Sponsored by the man Alex Greene himself. So again, a big shout out to Alex out there for sponsoring tonight's race. And of course, brought to you all here tonight by MaxspeedTV. Brother joined us here earlier in his iRacing crash, he said. So now he can't get back in. I mean, I've had that happen where it crashes and you can't get back in. So, well, there we go. Pace car is down to the safety of pit road. Zachary Workman on the loud pedal. Everybody on the loud pedal. Back on the way here tonight. Going to be hitting that 20 to go mark, though, folks, here in about 3 laps at the completion of lap 21. And Dwayne Corbett has been on a tear out here tonight. Right now, leading 25 laps. And he is looking to, of course, lead that final lap here tonight, as well as all the other 15 other contenders that are out here, because he would make 16. But there is a lot of drivers out here that is wanting to pull that upset for sure. Capitalize on as many points as they can. Zachary Workman, of course, looking to... Oh, Matthias Wake in the Valvoline car. Shooting across the grass here. Looks like he's okay. No yellow. We stay green. I lost my train of thought when I seen a speed drop. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So Dwayne Corbett now back up front. Boy, Dwayne has got something figured out, folks. Now, question for everybody out there. Those that are talking or typing, not typing, just sitting back watching the race. Couple of questions for you. Will we have another yellow? And if we do, when do you think it will be? And also, how long do they go before they come down pit road for the final time? We can go now if we go about 3 or 4 laps, 2 or 3 laps, they will be able to make it to the end on fuel. However, there ain't really nobody saving. Boy, Dwayne Corbett trying to block every bit of that line, and Brian Elmore making some moves up toward the front. And Zachary Workman's like, what just happened? Man. Well, it ain't over. All right, here we go, folks. There it is, right there. 20 laps remain here tonight. Yeah, I don't think they did a very good job of cutting the grass in the first place, Eric, so somebody else had to do it. Dwayne Corbett's got Brian Elmore breathing down his neck with Workman. Single file, though. somewhat. Not fully, but somewhat. That's some movement back up here too. Brian Elmore, I think he stuck his nose out. I think that was a bad idea. I think he needs to stay right there, keep it as close as he can to the 9, keep the 19 behind him. I don't know if anybody is wanting a yellow right now. Ooh, here comes the 09 of Bobby Wetzel. Talon. Talon couldn't get past Larry. Got stuck behind him as they go side by side. Talon pushing Larry, but Talon's peeking to the inside. Coming down into turn number 3, Adam Kilday. Haven't really talked much about Adam. He's been a little quiet. Oh, no, the 21 in it again. No, this is going to be a big wreck, too. No. No. Oh, not what the 85 needed. I was just fixing to talk about him, too. No. But anyway, this is what happened. Oh, maybe some net code there between him and the 21. Let's get a little closer look at it. I'm going to spend too much time on it, but looks like one coming up, one coming down, and right there. Oh, no, I don't know if you could really call that net code. I think they would have touched regardless, because you could not put a piece of paper between them two at all, and unfortunately, that upset the 21 machine, and hell, it was on like Donkey Kong. 21, looks like the 51, the 11, the 88, the 64. Ooh, I even think the 10 got some piece of it there too. How in the world Rick Sanchez got through that, I have no idea, but he did. Well, let's go take one more look at it here. We'll get on the 5 here of Rick. We'll cockpit right along with him. This is a change your britches moment right here, folks. Yeah, because, man, it happened right. I don't know how. Out of all that carnage, I don't know how in the world he got through that, but he did. Good Lord Almighty. Awesome job by Rick. Man. Woo, buddy. That answered both of them right there. Yes, it did, Eric. Yeah, they'll definitely be able to make it from here. All right, so off pit road first. If he doesn't get popped for speeding, it'll be Dwayne Corbett. And he's going to be off first, followed by Bobby Wetzel, Anthony English, Nicholas Wing, Brian Elmore, Rick Sanchez, Harold Rothery, Ron Walters, Matthias Swank, Zachary Workman, Gabe Butler, Larry Johnson. Talon's just rolling off now with Brett Elmore, Bubba Winningham, and looks like Adam is still in his pit box here. Wonder if he might have had to... Oh, he had to back up. And he did use his fast repair, I believe. No? Yeah, he did. He used his fast repair, so he is going to be coming back out now. I think at this point you do not save an ounce of fuel. You just have to go. Eric. Oh, man. Killing me. All right, well, 15 to go. It'll be 14 when we get the green. Now, they have to go on green, so they cannot jump it. Well, you ain't that old, Eric. All right, we are just now waiting on the green here. Pace car will dive off, get the green, then Dwayne Corbett, Bobby Wetzel, Anthony English, Brian Elmore, Rick Sanchez. That's the top 5. Everybody will be on the loud pedal once again. It's going to get crazy out here, folks. Pace car to the safety of pit road. Here we go. Greene is out. I don't think that was the start Dwayne wanted, and he just got a shove there by the 44 of Anthony English. Told him to go. Oh, man, that's me. How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Alan Smith peeking onto the outside here. Whoa, the 9 shoots out. Or the 09. That's the 09. That's Bobby Wetzel and the 9 as well. Dwayne Corbett shot out there with Talon. Boy, Talon, he doesn't have any help. He's trying to figure out now how to get around the 09 down to the outside of the 14 of Brian Elmore. Anthony English up on point now. He has led a lap here. But the most important lap here is in 13 laps. Talon, Dwayne duking it out. Talon is going to, looks like maybe get around him. He will onto the outside. And here comes Zachary Workman. We know Workman really well. He is going to be trying to get around him as well. Rick Sanchez doing everything he can to keep that 51 at bay. Anthony English knows he's coming. Oh, we got some bumping and some ruining. Something going on back here. I'm cruising for a bruising. What my dad would say. Cruising for a bruising. Anthony English, Talon, Zachary, Rick, we are still watching the front here. We got to watch the back here too because they are bunched up. Anything can happen. Looks like they are getting a little bit squirrely back here too. A little bit squirrely up here. A little bit squirrely up here. Workman now up front. He's got the 51 all over his bumper here. That's going to be 11 to go. Here comes Sanchez. Man, I think it's gonna come down to the final lap, folks. What do you think? Oh no! Larry! In the grass! No yellow, we stay green. Nine to go, Zachary all over the back of the 51. Watching the 14 too. That's Brian Elmore. We're going to make it 3 wide back here. Well, not quite. Anthony English was able to get through that before they went 3 wide. But they are running out of laps here. Rick Sanchez, Adam Kilday, Ron Walters, Talon. Now, Talon is leading, but boy, Zachary is right there. When do you try to make a move to the front? Yeah, it looks like Zachary's going to try it now. Anthony is going to go to the bottom with him, help him out. I would imagine the 14, the 88 might try to go to the bottom too. And that is close. Anthony is trying to get... Oh, Anthony's loose! Oh, good save, but oh, that is going to cost him right now that P2 or P3 spot. As Zachary's still pushing the inside line with Talon. Brian Elmore, Gabe Butler, Anthony English still right here together. You've got Matthias, Rick, then you have Ron Walters, Brett Elmore, Bobby Wetzel, Bubba Winningham all duking it out right here too. 7 laps to go, folks. Now 6. We're going to come down to, man, it's going to come down to the wire. As the 14 now, Brian makes a push up to the front. Brian Elmore, Gabe Butler, Anthony English, Matthias Swank, Zachary Workman now back on the tail of the 51 of Talon. 5 laps to go. Bubba trying to make a push back up toward the front. He's back here battling the 11 of Brett Elmore and Larry Johnson. But we want to get back up toward the front. Seems like there is a bubble behind these cars, and it looks like it might be a little difficult to pass. Larry Johnson, Bobby Wetzel, quick battle back here, it looks like. Still battling going on now between him, Larry, and Ron. We're on P2, but we're watching that front 5. Matthias Swank, or top 6, I should say. Top 6. Matthias Swank right back here with them. Next time by, will be 2 to go. Ooh, somebody's back here scraping the wall. Not sure who it was, but I heard some metal against concrete, I guess you could say. Yep, yeah, I heard it again. Kind of watching it here, 2 to go. Next time by will be the white flag. Zachary's going to make a push to the outside. Oh, and he got up real close to the... Oh, and he got loose! No! That's going to pull him back right now to 5th, possibly 6th, as the white flag comes out in the air. Whatever happens now happens, folks. It's go time. Gabe Butler back here as well. Gonna come down to the final lap. Who is it gonna be? The 51, 44, 88, 14. They get bunched up front. Looks like the 44 not gonna be able to. I don't know what happened to the 44 there. But coming out of turn 4, Talon Smith is gonna win round 1 of 4 here tonight. Anthony English right there in P2. And Gabe Butler rounding out the top 3 here tonight. Brian Elmore 4th. Zachary Workman will round out your top 5. So let me get the drivers up here tonight and have a chit chat with them, folks. Give me just a few minutes and I will be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, I've caught up with our second and third here tonight. We're going to go ahead and pull up one of the chase drivers, Gabe Butler. Gabe, man, you were right there. Just could not get up there and around. Man, awesome job, though, out here tonight. Good, solid race. Good, solid performance. You know, even a good points dive, buddy. But man, these cars ain't easy. This track is tough. Man, what did it take out there here, bud?
Just a bit of control, a bit of patience, save your tires, and We only had 3 extra sets tonight, so you had to be super conscious of that. And that last run there, I was saving for a little bit, and then the last 5 laps, I decided to go for it. But then by the time I got to turn 3 and 4, I just got super tight, and I literally had to hit the brakes there pretty much to stop from wrecking. And Brian did a good job behind me, not running over me, and so I'm glad I didn't cost him any more positions. But it's fun, man. These cars are a lot of fun.
Well, we've still got 3 more races, and, even just in the first race, yeah, you're going to gain, some points, but, a lot can happen in the next 3 races. We got IRSS next week. How do you feel about going into that one with a good performance tonight? That track is not easy at all. Pit stops can make it or break your race there. So, how do you feel about going into that race, round number 2 of the 4 races here? What do you have maybe sort of planned, I guess you could say?
Well, I'm going to try and plan and not die in the first lap, so I'm going to start there. Other than that, that track, it's kind of a love-hate relationship, man. It's you win, you love it, and you lose, you hate it. So that's all I got for you in that.
All righty, buddy. Well, like I said, it was a good points night for you. Third out here tonight, buddy. Awesome job. You got any, final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting the race, man, and of course OP and all the admins for putting this up. It's a ton of fun. Really enjoyed it.
All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate your third out here tonight. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, man.
Yep. All right. Well, that was Mr. Gabe Butler there. Let's go and pull down Mr. Anthony English out here tonight. He was right there with Talon. He ran a good, solid race all night, Anthony. I mean, you led 3 laps. You kind of fell back there at the beginning, but you didn't waste no time getting back up toward the front. Limited tire sets out here tonight from the regular season. You kind of informed me on that, before the race, and I think it really played into a factor out here tonight. But, solid race. Talk about the battles, the struggles, pit stops even, and, trying to get around that 51.
I still have a set in pits too, so I didn't even use them all. And that's I think that's part of the reason why Talon was so good there, is that the last 2 stops I didn't take nothing. I have tires from lap 47, I think. So I was actually hoping we had like a late race caution, and I could come in and nab those 4 and have a little bit of an advantage on everybody. So yeah, they were chewed up. It was hard to get them to stick when I overheated them trying to stick up there in the lead, and I had to let them cool off. I had to draw back a little bit and run a few laps and let them cool off, and then just made a last ditch effort. And I think to get back to Talon, I heated him back up too much, and at that point when we went into 4, he had the preferred line, and it just didn't want to stick. So it is what it is, good win on his point. We at least had a look-see at it and tried. I think a little bit different tire strategy and stuff would have been different. I think everybody else was on like 5 or 6 lap pressure tires than me.
Yeah, well, it was a great race. We had a caution out there here tonight, but everybody was really neck and neck throughout the whole race. Different strategies going on. Next week's going to be totally different. You go from 08 of Daytona, which is bumpy. It's rough. These cars don't make it any easier. You go to IRSS next week for round number 2. That I don't know what to think about that track.
It throws a little wrench in it, that's for sure. Well, to me, we started off with the hardest one. Like 08, I think being able to come out of 08 with a top 5 is a win going forward on into these last 3 races for the championship. And I'm happy I was able to, pull that off, coming home with the top 5 and no incidents on the car and stuff. So good start. Now the tracks that we know Talon ain't gonna fucking cream us with. Pardon my language. That Talon isn't gonna take the living crap out of us, we'll have a little bit of a better chance to close up that point gap that he gained today, which by the looks of it, he's going to have like a 5 or 6 point lead on everybody else after the win points and stuff. So, so we'll be all chomping at the bit to beat him the rest of the season.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with it. You got to start somewhere, and, it all started tonight. So, awesome performance out there. RSS ain't any easier, but, these tracks coming up, man, everybody's raced them before. Y'all know, kind of what's at stake as well. Y'all kind of know what y'all need to do. Do you think tires are really going to show a bigger issue next week?
I think so. Tonight was one of those deals where I think right after we all started going, we realized that if we saved, we could make it on 3 stops. If you didn't save, you couldn't. So until we had that first caution, anybody that was essentially around me or whatnot that was in my team channel and stuff, we were all just riding, just saving fuel that whole time until that first caution came out. We were on that 3 pit strategy, and I think there was only five or six of us that was able to stay out that extra laps and stuff like that. So in the end, it would have came down to probably the one of us 5. So it was a whole different strategy going into it. Like we didn't take any tires the first stop. I took 4 the second stop, and I think a few of us took 4, and I think some of them didn't. And just the tire difference, and even trying to save fuel, we caught right back up to most of those guys and stuff, and then was able to go right back to saving. So it was weird how the strategy ended up really working itself out.
Yeah, it really was, but and that's where strategy comes in. You don't know what's going to happen until you get there. Next week is I think going to be very interesting. I think it's either going to come down to one of 2 things, Anthony, either tires or pit road problems.
Oh, we got some crazy tracks coming up, especially RSS here directly. So, I mean, the pitting issues, if you're going to have a bad race with a bad pit, it's going to be next week.
yeah, that's true. All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job on the P2 out here tonight, man. I know you got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give. So, I'll turn the mic back over to you, bud.
Oh, thanks, Josh. Big shout out to you and MaxspeedTV. Steven helping out when he does and stuff, and everything you guys do. You guys do great work. We love you to death. All the admins that do what they do to put on Thursday. All the drivers all the chase drivers showed up and stuff and showed out tonight, which was awesome. I hope we at least finish out the season that way. And everybody watching at home. My dad and my beautiful girlfriend, all the teammates, we did what we could tonight, and the 51 still kicked their ass. So on to next week. And yeah, I was Greene for sponsoring the OP Racing race tonight at 08. And yeah, on to next week.
On to next week, Anthony. All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate tonight. We'll see you Saturday.
Sounds good, bud.
Yep.
Later.
All right. Well, that was Anthony English there, our winner, of course, our winner, our P2 out here tonight. I'm sure he wished he did bring it home into victory lane, but Talent Smith, the number 51, gonna win it out here tonight, leading 16 laps. Of course, the most important lap, that last lap here tonight. So, big shout out to Talon on the race win out here tonight. We'll get them down here on the unofficial results, pending any admin stuff they have to do, but I doubt there's going to be much. Talon Smith grabbing the win out here tonight for round number 1. Or race 1 of 4 of the top 16 chase. Anthony English there in second. Gabe Butler third. Brian Elmore there in fourth. A good solid top 5 for him, as well as Zachary Workman. I don't know what happened to Zachary, but, he fell back. But Zachary's one of those guys. He can bounce back at any moment. You're going to have to watch that number 19 machine. Matthias Swank, good solid finish there in 6th. Rick Sanchez in 7th. Larry Johnson in 8th. Bubba Winningham 9th. And Bobby Wetzel 10th. Brent Elmore in 11th. Adam Kilday 12th. Ron Walters 13th. Harold Rothery 14th. Nicholas Wing 15th. Dwayne Corbett 16th. Eric Laurie and Andrew Schroeder did not start here tonight. But again, our winner out here, Talon Smith in the number 51. Again, congratulations to Talon on the win out here tonight. We'll be back in action Saturday night right here on MaxspeedTV for the OP Unlimited Series. Still getting into that chase there too. And let me get that schedule for you all, and I will tell y'all what's on store for that one. Let's see here. That would be the 28th. So we will be on round number 3 of the top 16. Of course, after Saturday, we will be moved down to the top 8, the round of 8. So we go from 16 to 8 after Saturday, and then 2 races in the round of 8. And then after that, 4 drivers will be eliminated, and then we'll be going to the championship 4. That'll be, of course, at the new Daytona. But we got a little bit before we get to that one. So 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned for that. But until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.
Engines roar, the night comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the races thrive. Tires burn, a crowd leans in. This is where the action begins.